Stillness is not always the absence of movement. A person can be physically quiet, the body at rest, the room undisturbed, and yet something within continues to strive, continues to reach, continues to hold on, as though everything depends on not letting go. There is a kind of inward activity that does not easily surrender, an insistence that keeps evaluating, keeps anticipating, keeps measuring what could happen next. It is not always loud or obvious, but it is present, and it resists the very thing that night invites: release, because release is not natural to the part of us that has learned to survive by holding on. The heart often equates letting go with losing ground, as though surrender creates vulnerability rather than safety. And so even in quiet, there is an unconscious tightening, a refusal to fully step back, as though remaining engaged could somehow prevent what has not yet happened. The command to be still is not given because stillness comes naturally. It is spoken because something in the human heart resists it. To be still is to stop grasping for control, to cease from the effort of trying to secure outcomes, to step back from the need to understand everything before resting. And yet, that is often the very place where tension lives. The gap between what is known and what is not, between what is desired and what has not yet taken shape. That space is often where the soul labours the most, trying to bridge what only God can complete. It is where imagination begins to fill in gaps, where effort attempts to substitute for trust, and where the unseen future is treated as something that must be managed rather than entrusted. Let this moment turn fully into prayer, where everything that remains unsettled is placed into the hands of the one who does not change. Alpha and Omega, you remain who you are, whether my day felt steady or uncertain, whether things moved as expected or not. Your authority has not shifted, and your presence has not been withdrawn. Nothing has unfolded outside of your sight. Nothing has exceeded your reach. Even the things I did not understand while they were happening, you understood them fully. Even what felt unstructured to me was never out of order to you. There was no moment today where you had to catch up, no situation that developed faster than your authority. You were already there, already aware, already in control. So before anything else, I acknowledge you, not quickly, not as something I rush past, but deliberately. Because if I don't stop here, if I don't center myself in who you are, I will carry the wrong perspective into everything else I say tonight. So I pause, and I bring my attention back to you. You are God, unchanging, unshaken, and fully sovereign over everything that concerns me. You carried me through this day in ways I did not always see. There were moments I needed strength, and it was there. There were moments I needed restraint, and you gave it. Moments where I could have said too much, gone too far, reacted in a way that would have created something I could not take back. But you held me. Even when I did not realize it in the moment, you were guarding me from becoming part of the problem I was trying to avoid. I made decisions, I walked through things, and through it all, your hand was there, even in the places where I questioned myself, where I wasn't sure if I was getting it right. You did not step back from me. You did not withdraw your presence because I hesitated. You stayed, steady, consistent, still guiding even when I could not clearly see the direction, and for that I say thank you, not out of routine, but because I recognize that nothing held together by chance. You upheld what I could not have sustained on my own. There were things that could have gone differently, things that could have fallen apart, but they didn't. Not because I held them together, but because you did. And I recognize now, I have been carried more than I have been aware of. And now, as this night begins, I release what I have been holding, because I can feel it, the weight of it, the way it follows me even into quiet moments, the way it tries to stay active even when nothing is happening. And I know if I don't release it now, it will try to sit with me through the night, not because it does not matter, but because I was never meant to carry it into rest. Your word calls me to be still, and I know that stillness is not something I can force. It comes from knowing that you are God. So I choose to know, not based on how things look, not based on how I feel right now, but based on what is true even when I don't feel it. because my feelings shift, but you do not. I choose to know that you are in control, that what I place in your hands is not ignored, and that nothing I give to you is left unattended. What I release to you is not set aside, it is secured. It is not drifting somewhere uncertain. It is not waiting for attention. It is not sitting unresolved. Once it leaves my hands and enters yours, it comes under order. It comes under authority. It comes under a level of handling that I could never give it myself. There are things that have stayed longer in my mind than they should have. Thoughts that kept going, even when they had no purpose. Concerns that tried to stay active. Even as my body is tired, conversations replaying, scenarios I keep revisiting, things I wish I handled differently, things I'm trying to figure out before they've even happened. It's been running longer than it should, and I feel it. But they do not have authority over me. They do not control this moment. Your truth stands above them, not as an idea, but as authority. Not as something I repeat to feel better, but as something that overrides what I feel. What is true does not adjust itself to my thoughts. My thoughts must come under what is true. So I come into the posture your word calls for, not striving, not holding on, but becoming still before you, right now. I lay it down, not later, not after I think about it one more time, not after I try to resolve it in my own mind, but right now, before anything else gets added to it, before it grows heavier than it already is. Not my responsibility, but my need to control, not my care, but the weight of it. What I have been trying to carry, I place it into your hands, not partially, not cautiously, not with one hand still holding on, but completely. I am not managing it while giving it to you. I am not checking it while releasing it. I am letting it go in a way that does not pull it back again. You are the one who handles what I cannot. You are the one who oversees what I cannot predict. Where things are uncertain, you are not. Where outcomes are unclear, your faithfulness is not. What is beyond me is never beyond you. There are things I cannot fix, things I cannot speed up, things I cannot fully understand no matter how long I sit with them. And I'm recognizing now, I was never meant to. Your word says you are my refuge and my strength, a very present help in trouble. So even if everything shifts, even if things don't look stable, you are still in the midst, and you are not moved. So I choose stillness, not as emptiness, but as trust, not silence filled with worry, not quiet that is still thinking underneath, but a real stillness, where I stop trying to solve, stop trying to calculate, stop trying to control, and I let you be God without interference from me, every uncertain place. I bring it under your truth. Every unresolved matter, I place it under your authority. I will not carry it into this night. I will not hold on like it depends on me. If you are overseeing it, I don't need to strive to keep it together, because my striving has never been what sustains anything. My effort has limits. My awareness has limits. My control has limits, but you have none. So I step back from what I was never designed to maintain, and where I have resisted letting go, where I've hesitated, where I've quietly tried to stay in control, break that in me now. Break the reflex that reaches back for control. Break the instinct that tries to take over again after I've said I trust you. Break the quiet habits that keep me involved in what I've already placed in your hands, not by force, but by truth. You are God, fully, completely, without gaps. There is no moment where you step back. There is no situation left to chance, so I settle now into you, not into emptiness, but into your presence. You are here, not at a distance, not observing from far away, but present, close, aware of every detail that concerns me. There is no delay between what I experience and what you see. You are watching. You are governing everything that concerns me. Nothing about my life escapes your hand, not what I can see and not what I cannot, not what I understand and not what I misread, not what I am aware of and not what is forming without my knowledge. There are things unfolding that I have no visibility into, but they are not outside of you. Even as I sleep, you remain my keeper. You do not sleep. You do not step away. You do not lose watch over me. So my rest is not exposed. My rest is not unguarded. It is held completely by you. Every unseen place, you cover it. Every vulnerability, you already know it. Nothing moves in darkness beyond what you allow. So I ask, let every form of opposition be scattered. Every plan that does not align with your will, stop it. Every hidden intention, overturn it. Every subtle threat, nullify it. Let your covering remain over me through this entire night, and where fear has tried to rise, I reject it. You have not given me a spirit of fear, but of power, of love, and of a sound mind. Fear does not define this moment. Your presence does. Your authority is higher. Your peace is deeper than anything around me. So I choose now to stop striving. I choose to let go. I choose to be still. I rest in who you are. I let your truth quiet what effort never could. And in this place, I trust you, not forced, not trying to convince myself, but because you are faithful. What you started, you will finish. What concerns me, you will handle. Nothing I place in your hands will be lost. It will not slip through. It will not be mishandled. It will not be forgotten. You do not misplace what is given to you. You do not overlook what concerns me. What I release to you remains accounted for, completely. So I enter this night without striving, not trying to carry thoughts into sleep, not trying to solve things in my mind while my body is resting, not trying to stay mentally active in things I've already released. I allow myself to fully step away. I receive sleep without resistance. Let my body rest, and let my soul stay anchored in you. No more effort, no more holding on. You are enough. As the night continues, let your presence remain constant. Let your covering never lift. Hold every hour under your authority, and when morning comes, let everything still be intact. Nothing lost, nothing shaken, nothing outside your will. This is not me letting go into uncertainty. This is me placing everything into you. You remain, and that is enough. In Jesus' name, amen.